There you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the generation that proudly brings to you is WWF's Tag Team Champions of the World. Wait a minute. Nah, that ain't it. What's going on, people, man? As you already know, this your boy 6-Man K Styles. And you already tuning in to the 6-Man combo with your homeboy to the stage left, the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, man, Mike Sports. And I am your host, 6-Man K Styles. As you already know, make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, share this stream, and we're going to get this thing popping. But, Mike, we got 3 special words that we always like to tune in with the people. What you got for them? What are those 3 words?
Yo, mama. No, that's not it. That real rogue.
Bang! And today's roll call, we gonna kick this off right. We got Joseph Thornton, Darnell Partridge, Pat Norris, Big Ant, Coach Unchained. There's 2 of our player partners. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and show them some love. We got Melvin Emery, Jerry Bowie, Bubba Gump. We got the professor and the therapist in the building. Y'all make sure y'all definitely show them some love as well as Wed Swarm, ATL Leo, Sherman Wood, Ephraim Jones, Nathan Floyd. We got Michael Walker. Not that Michael Walker, but Michael Walker indeed. King Fuego, Xavier Littman, and we're going to get a couple more in here. D. Coleman already called us the Street Prophets. Ain't that something?
Why y'all gotta be talking about the black people? Why we can't be white folks? Why we can't be white folks?
Mike, shut the hell up.
We can't be the white people.
Oh my God, whatever, man. We got Raymond Collins, Isaac Crimes, we got Sonya, we got the hype man, the Night Rider. Y'all definitely make sure you show him some love. We got Cameron Christie. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. 3, 2, 1. All right, man, people, let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. As we already know, we've heard the news today. The Atlanta Falcons have restructured linebacker Deion Jones. Now, this comes as a controversial topic because there's quite a few people that's been wanting him gone. But the Falcons ain't giving them what they want. So, Mike, I want you to give me your thoughts on this. I know you already put the video out, but you're on my channel. Bless the people with what your thoughts is on this.
K Styles way.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing a lot of research these past few hours, and maybe I should break that down really quick. First of all, I want to say this. This is just my personal opinion and hopes. So, with that said, that don't mean a damn thing. They obviously don't care about what we think. They don't care about what we say.
I think we set that up already.
Yeah. Right. I think we already know that. So with that being said, we always tell you we're not experts. We're here just to give you guys our educated guess, and we do our homework. And like I said, I've been doing this for the last couple of hours, and what I've seen so far is one thing that's around the NFL, and it does pertain to Deion Jones. But what I've seen is this: the contracts for older guys. You have obviously Tom Brady. Everybody look at his contract and they see, oh, it's 5 years. It's for 1 year, 2 years guaranteed, and you got 3 years that are voidable. Well, that's largely due to the fact that most teams, when you get to a certain age, they don't want to give you anything outside, 2 years. They don't want to guarantee you anything outside of 2 years. When you get to Tom Brady age, obviously, because he could retire at any given time, and then you be on the hook for X amount of dollars. All right. When you get around Deion Jones' age, which is around 28 to 32 range, what I'm saying is that a lot of those guys are getting contracts somewhere between 2 to 3 years. And the younger guys, such as a Kyler Murray, those guys are getting that 4th and 5th year. And that's mostly and largely due to the fact that those guys are a lot younger. So why am I saying all this? Well, teams just want to get rid of those old contracts by any means necessary. So if a guy like a Deion Jones or a Grady Jarrett or a Matt Ryan or a Jake Matthews, in our instance, Von Miller, again, I'm explaining that, D. Coleman. You're absolutely wrong on there. Okay, I'm gonna get to that. This is a long way, but it's gonna make sense after I finish. All right, they are giving these guys 2 to 3 years, but they're masking it as a 5 and 10 year. Obviously, with Patrick Mahomes, everybody think, oh, he got a 10-year contract. He got 4 years essentially guaranteed. If you go look at his contract, the dead money goes down around that 4th or 5th year. So what that means, you're going back to the negotiating table after that 4th year to see how much of that money in the bag can you get. All right? Can we bring some of that money in the 6th, 7th, 8th year? Can we bring that to the 4th and 5th year? So this is what teams are doing. It's like, we don't want to get locked into a contract to where these guys like Matt Ryan, we saw the one with Ricardo Allen. We were stuck with that. The Julio deal, we were stuck with that. A lot of these guys got 2 and 3 years where they're trying to avoid all of that. And this is why I say, it's like with a Deion Jones, does it mean that he's going to get traded? Possibly. Does it mean he's going to stay? Possibly. But what I'm looking at, like I said, I've been doing a lot of homework. You can go see it for yourself. Most of these contracts, look at their age, look how many years they got, and you can kind of see a pattern flowing. They're trying to get out of those old contracts so they can give players. Players want guaranteed money. So in order for them to get guaranteed money in exchange, they got to get shorter contracts. And with the team, they want shorter contracts so they won't have to worry about down the line paying motherfuckers like Bobby Bonilla $2 million every year until that contract run out. You see what we're going through? So this is where things are going. This is where things are going. They don't want to have to continue to pay people who no longer playing with the team. So again, this is not a sign. I'm not saying Deion is going to be traded. I'm not saying Deion is going to be staying. But at this point in time, it's up to the team and the player what he wants. If he wants to stay, he can stay. But he's going to have to pay for it. If the teams want him to go, he's gone. But it benefits both parties with these new contracts. So again, in short, all this restructuring, these contracts and these new deals with these guys like Russell Wilson is essentially to guarantee both parties, that safety. I get paid, the players get paid, but the team don't get stuck with these long contracts after the player is no longer with the team.
I'm mad you brought up Bobby Bonilla.
I knew it.
Boy, he is the GOAT right now as far as contracts, bro. Ain't no way in hell. I think they said that dude contract ends in 2052, I think. And also definitely shout out to Utah Sports. That's 1/3 of the heavy hitters. And he did his take on the Deion Jones contract situation. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check out his channel and get his thoughts on it as well. But yeah. My thoughts on this is, let's just keep it real. They refinanced this dude. They refinanced him like a 2018 Nissan
Altima.
Right. But it's essentially going to be one of those cases where he's going to be on a prove to me that you are worthy of the next contract type of thing. If we look at the Falcons situation right now, if we're looking at interior linebackers, the only interior linebacker that you have right now that is guaranteed past 2023 is Troy Anderson. So this essentially kind of puts Deion in a precarious situation. But at the same time, it puts him at an advantage too. Just for that same reason that we just said about him being about not really that many interior linebackers on this team. But let me ask y'all a question. Do you feel like a contract is coming up soon for Deion Jones? Because let's put some stuff in perspective right quick. He started off on the PUP list. Physically unable to perform. Played one preseason game. Ended up on IR for the first 3 to 4 weeks. Got his money restructured. Got money restructured in the guarantees. And we're not going to see him until about week 4 or 5. Kind of sounds like to me they working out something here. Especially since they really haven't addressed bringing in another interior linebacker.
That's the biggest thing right there, K-Styles. And that's why we had a conversation earlier. Is that if there were something in the mix, then something would have been done already. As in bringing in another linebacker. Because if it was Troy, all right, we believe in Troy. Well, he didn't see that many snaps. So how can you get a good feel on what he is if he's not playing a lot of snaps for the most part. So, like I said, it like when we talk about things making sense, you can see how things come together. Not one linebacker has been signed. So if there were a trade, especially going into week 2 of the season, and they were looking for a trade partner, then me personally, I would want a linebacker as soon as possible. I don't want to wait to week 4 to see, all right, maybe a guy shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, he would, maybe he'll be a fit. He should be a fit. I don't know if he'll be a fit. Like I want to start now. If I'm getting rid of Debo, like I said, me personally, I'm building the team. I'm the head coach. Why wait to week 4 to see can we bring? We already got the money. We got the money right now. So why didn't the Atlanta Falcons go out to either trade for a linebacker or sign a linebacker that's in free agency? Again, these things have to make sense.
I'm glad you said that because brother might have to look at this free agency linebacker class just to be on the safe side. Let's see. 2020. You know what? I'm gonna wait till later on there. I'm gonna wait till the intermission for that. Get a couple of these comments right quick. And Red Swarm here said, "Was the linebacker play really bad against the Saints? Why do we need help at linebacker?" The issue with Michael Walker and Rashaan Evans that we saw against the Saints, it was inconsistencies in pass coverage. Can it get better? Yes, it can get better. But by making a move like this is why I'm talking about that Deion Jones going to be in an advantageous situation, because they're letting him know, yes, you have to play for your contract. You got to play for your life here. But these guys got to step up too, and we know what you can bring. Because if you notice in that Saints game, yeah, like I said, they definitely helped against the run. Blessed our heart on that. But if you looked at some of those passes that they started, that Jameis Winston started getting a rhythm at, it was down the middle of the field. They got some on the sideline too. But where it started, it was right around them seams. It was seams and it was inching closer to the sideline. And that one big play that Jarvis Landry had where Casey Hayward was kind of inching towards the middle of the field, he was shading to help protect those linebackers. He got turned around like hell, and Landry caught one behind him.
And I got one answer to what K-Style kind of just answered Red Swarm's question. It's like, how many catches did the tight end and running backs have in the game? Well, catches can be catches can mean multiple things. Like catches or no catches can mean a couple of things. In this instance, the Falcons pressured, hit, and sacked Jameis 12 plus times during that entire game. So a lot of the times you saw Kamara in as protected because they couldn't they couldn't stop Grady, they couldn't stop Ebiketie, they couldn't stop Lorenzo, they couldn't stop anybody.
They couldn't stop And we ain't even talked about Taquan Graham and the impact
we
that
ain't
he
talking
made.
about those guys. They couldn't stop anybody. So the fact that they're not having catches isn't really saying that all right, our linebackers did well. It's saying that a number of things. You can say that he did have good coverage at certain times, but again, when you getting pressured the way that you do, it forces those tight ends to stay in, those running backs to stay in, a la what happened to the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. They left one-on-one a running back with the outside linebacker. Those are the types of things. Like you want a Devontae Freeman and pass to go out for routes. You don't want him in protecting. But when you, in the Falcons case, I believe the right tackle went out with the injury. We had so that was another reason why, again, Devontae Freeman was in and pass protection. So it means multiple things when it comes down to no catches versus catches. So like I said, that's not a direct, that's not one of the, like when you break down the film, you got to say to yourself, all right, why didn't Alvin Kamara have many targets? And pass protection is a huge asset. That's one of the reasons why Quadriolis is no longer with his team, is because he was a liability in pass protection. Not because he wasn't a good runner, it's just like he wasn't very good. He didn't really set himself aside like apart as far as a pass receiver, nor did he do it as a pass blocker. So it's multiple things, and when it goes into saying, all right, the Falcons linebacker shut this guy down, or shut that guy down.
Right. And get a couple more of these questions. Virgo Life here said Deion's been trash ever since they switched to a 3-4. He played in 1 year in the 3-4.
What's your definition of trash? Like I wanna what's your definition of trash? That's what I want to know. Because my definition of trash is 2,200 yards. So if he was trash, the whole damn defense was trash, including Green.
I said, if Deion was complete trash, yeah, like you said, you might well throw every defensive player that was on that defense last year in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
We had a replacement defense after that. Shoot, like Virgo Live, K Styles, Mad Mike, we all gonna go play defense for the Falcons.
Yeah, so just answer that question. What's your definition of trash?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm saying a couple good questions here pertaining to this topic. I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple of these questions here, man. Darnell Partridge said, wouldn't this contract look more appealing to other teams to bite now? It's appealing, but you as a owner, as a GM, you got to ask yourself this. This is what I mentioned before we kind of got into that, is he was on the PUP list and then he ended up on IR. Would I be able to am I going to be able to trust myself to take a chance like that? Because you also have to put in the contents of who has cap space available that can be able to take that brunt and it won't hurt them. Because it can't be just any regular team that can do it. It's got to be somebody that's going to be able to afford them.
Mm-hmm.
This is why when you play Madden, that's why they have a salary cap on for a reason. This is why the Cowboys used to be so dominant in the early 90s. There was no salary cap.
That's why Ndamukong Suh's still a free agent. Ain't nobody got no dang on money. It ain't because he's a bad player. A lot of teams don't have money.
And like I said, it just like I said, it's just going to come down to it's going to come down to who's gonna take the bait. Because this is a chess move. This is not no willy-nilly move right off the right out of left field. This is a chess move.
So yes, it does make them desirable, but as a player, do you like as a team? If I'm paying any amount of money, even if it's $1 million, like
right,
like you got to say to yourself, is this guy really healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's healthy, if he's not healthy, then he gets hurt. Guess what? You got to go back into your salary cap and bring in another guy.
Mm-hmm. And then you saying something too, especially when it comes to these void years.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of, like I said, we kind of had this discussion before talking about this. You said something in particular about the cost of trading, of a team trading for him, but then the Falcons being on the detriment of the salary cap behind it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that just tuning in, talking about the restructuring of Deion Jones, and I want you to go ahead and explain that to them just for those that just came in.
The restructure of Deion Jones. So again, this doesn't say, I know a lot of people are throwing out their takes on it, but like I said, we want to hit every aspect of this possibility. So does it make Deion Jones more desirable as far as a team could possibly trade for him? Absolutely. But as we stated, there's a huge risk with that. The Falcons had him on a pup list, played one game, and put him back on IR. So, and IR is one of those things you have to clearly say, like you can't just, all right, I'm gonna just put this guy on IR. That's actually against league rules. So he legit has to have an injury for you to put a guy on IR. This is why the Patriots got in trouble a few years back, because they were putting guys on IR on IR that weren't actually hurt. So that goes against league policy. You have to have a legit injury in order for you to go on IR. 3, when it comes down to Deion Jones, you got to ask yourself, why the hell would I help a team that's trying to get rid of me? Why would I help the Atlanta Falcons? Y'all don't like me. If y'all don't fucking want me, just get rid of me. Because at the end of the day, whether he's cut, traded, he's going to get his money. Regardless, he's going to get his money. So why the hell would he help the Atlanta Falcons in this position? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to Deion Jones. Like I said, why would he help the Atlanta Falcons in this position if they would go ultimately get rid of him? Because if he's released, guess what? If he's released, Deion Jones goes to the bottom of the barrel. The worst team in the NFL. Why would he help the Atlanta Falcons if that was the help? Like if that was the idea? Like I said, it's a lot of variables when it comes down to that.
Right. So let's go ahead and get to this intermission question here. And while we doing that, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy 6Man K Styles, as well as Mad Mike Sports. So today's, and we're gonna do a light check as well. We got 91 people in this building. We got to at least get to 45 to 50 likes. So today's intermission question is going to be, oh, wait a minute. I gotta put the Quiet Storm voice on right quick with the music as well. So intermission question is, How would you approach this situation with the restructuring of Deion Jones? Do you feel like it is a opportunity to say, okay, you have to earn it? Or this is an opportunity where you're trying to ship them? And see what you can get out of it. Because we throwing all scenarios out there.
Yeah.
So if you were to trade Deion Jones, what are you looking for? Let's see. Go ahead and get my little shimmy on right quick while I'm doing this. Yeah, you already know what I do.
Like I said, my thing is you have to look at it from Debo's perspective, because he's the one who has to sign off on the restructure. The Falcons can do this all they want. They can say, "Hey, Deion, we want to restructure," but Deion has the right to say, "Hell no, I want my money." So you got to look at Debo and say, all right, Deion, why in the hell would you help the Atlanta Falcons? Because if that was the case, they wanted to get rid of you. They should have said that shit from the beginning. Now you put Debo in a position where it's like, all right, now I don't have a chance to go to the team that I want to, because y'all don't wait till the season to say, oh yeah, we don't want you. So why in that case would you say now I'm gonna help the Atlanta Falcons? That's not in the benefit of Deion Jones by doing this restructure. So, like I said, those are the things we get asked. These are the questions and scenarios we try to, put in you guys, and you guys go from that point on. You make your own determination. But like I said, for me, I'm looking at Deion and I'm saying to myself, like, why the hell would you help out the Falcons if they gonna give to you? Because they didn't do that for Julio. They gave Julio what he wanted. They traded him to the team that he wanted to go to. They didn't do that for Matt. They traded Matt to the team that he wanted to go. So we're going to look at Deion and say, nah, Deion, sit your ass down. We're going to send we're going to cut your ass.
They pay Julio a full lump alimony settlement. Get your ass on. All right, let's see what kind of answers we got here, man. Jack Savage here says, I flip a coin. Red Swarm here says, Debo, keep him. Poncho says, see what they can get. Okay, Cordy Coleman says that your Cam is in rare form today, so yeah. Fuego says, I think he's gone because it's starting to get weird. That's very interesting. I need an explanation. Do you feel like, why do you feel like it's getting weird? Sonya came in, she said, let him earn his spot. D. Coleman says, I got faith in what they do. Okay, so pretty much kind of getting on what he said feels weird, because he said Deion should be on the field point blank, period. So my question to that is, if a guy's hurt or a guy hasn't had the conditioning as far as dealing with recovering from surgery, you would risk putting him back out there to get hurt again? So that's my That's why I said that's kind of an interesting take on that. And don't mind that my screen is kind of lagging right now. I don't know what the hell happened. So we good.
Hey, it happens, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, bro. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're setting up multiple, things to look at it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna paint. All right, this definitely means he's gonna get traded. Well, not necessarily, because they did the exact same thing with Jake Matthews. They restructured, extended them.
Mm-hmm.
They restructured, extended. Like they've done that before. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it comes down to like what Deion wants and what the Atlanta Falcons. We don't know what he wants, so we can't sit up here and say, "All right, this is exactly what's going to happen."
But here's my thing, though. Ain't this like the third time he done restructured his money in the last 2 years? Because he did it twice. Didn't he do it like twice last year? I'm just trying to make sure I ain't tripping. I think he restructured twice last year. Well, if anybody knows, y'all put in the chat to make sure I'm not tripping. Let's see. D Sloan here says this is a prove it contract to see if he can be an impact player. If he can't live up to the expectations, then we should. Come on, man. Y'all okay. We should trade him to another impactful in the trenches of a defensive player. Now, this is a very interesting comment. So we appreciate D Sloan for this. The team that you trade him to is gonna get him for so cheap. And you gonna pay, and the Falcons will have to pay for it at least the next year. So, in order for you to trade Deion Jones, you are definitely going to have a belief in the guys you got. Because if you don't have no faith in them, and you trade Deion Jones, we're going right back to the Paul Warlow days. Let's just say that. But there was actually a question here where someone actually asked earlier. I thought I wanted to get a little take on this. He said he was interested in our thoughts on what the hell happened with our coaches in the fourth quarter adjustments to the Saints. Let's go ahead and speak on this for a little bit, because to be honest with you, I'm just going based off of this. It was kind of an ego check in a way. There's some articles talking about that the Falcons did blitz a lot in that fourth quarter, and I looked at them articles and said, well, what the hell was y'all smoking? Because I didn't see a lot of blitzes going on. But I didn't think that the issue was the ego. Like I said, you know how it be like sometimes when you get so hyped to do something and you doing hype and you like, yeah. You like the ultimate warrior for like the first 5, 6 to 10 minutes. And then it's like, okay, I done did my job. Let me just pull back a little bit because we got this in the bag. That's the only explanation I can give on that. I don't damn know. It just got to wait for the DP's presser just to see what his thoughts on that, or because they're gonna definitely grill him on that. Okay, Saint 16, he gave it to me. He said this is the third time that he's done it. Okay. Yeah, this is the third time he's in restructuring. That's a lot of damn restructuring for a guy that everybody doesn't say sucks. Apparently, he don't suck in these guys' eyes if and he has a belief in what they got going on right now if he's willing to sign a restructure deal. And coach here says it'll be 2 years worth of dead cap if he's traded. So that's gonna cut into that salary cap money that everybody's looking forward to next year. Am I right, Mike?
Well, it's going to hit the dead cap. Like that's the thing. The money doesn't go away. It's spread it and it's spread throughout those 3 voided years, and that's the thing that I want people to understand. The money doesn't go away because he's restructured. It goes into the future, and that's something that the Falcons are not trying to do. All right, if that was the case, you keep Deion this year and just wait till the money gets lower. You know what I'm saying? Like if you trade, let's just say, all right, we trading Deion this year. That money's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And at the price it is now. So, like I said, it goes back to why would Deion Jones help the Atlanta Falcons out when it doesn't necessarily benefit him? It benefits the team and it doesn't benefit Deion. Deion doesn't have a job.
No job, no money. What you gonna do? But yeah, getting back to talking about that game. I want to kind of, like I said, we got a few more minutes. I want to go ahead and kind of talk about. We didn't really get a chance to talk about who we give our game balls to for the Falcons. I want to kind of speak on that. I'm gonna let Mike kick us off with this one. Let him get his game ball out the way.
Oh, well, my game ball goes to, I gotta say, that offensive line. I'm gonna give it to the offensive line. You look at that offensive line; they gave up 0 sacks, and that's just something that if you want to build a team that's going to be, good for years to come, it has to start with that. It had to start with the offensive line, defensive line. But at the end of the day, it starts with the offensive line. The running game, protecting the quarterback, which is one of the best. It's one of the most important things as far as the team is concerned. It starts with that. So at the end of the day, for me, the offensive line giving those 3 sacks, 120, 200 yards total that they end up rushing for, about 400 yards total, 400 yards total offense, 200 yards passing, 200 yards rushing. I got to give it to the offensive line.
All right. Definitely agree on that. That's great. This was tough on me. This was tough because I'm a stick with it on the same realm as you, but I'm gonna be more specific on this one. I'm gonna give my game ball to Caleb McGarry because this is essentially the matchup that I wanted to see. I know everybody's going to give it to CP in the way that he ran, and like I said, definitely deserving so. But I want to be kind of unconventional today. No, that's how we do over here. Sometimes we unconventional. I give my game ball to Caleb McGarry, man, because if anybody watched the heavy hitters last week, that was one of the major matchups that I was looking at and that I was like, I'm paying very close attention to because that was going to be a tone setter for what this Atlanta Falcons offense was going to need to be. And I don't know if y'all noticed something. I don't know if y'all noticed something a little bit that had. I kind of had to re-watch that game just a little bit. Did you know that hey Mike, did you know that they formation shifted Caleb McGarry as the left tackle quite a few plays too?
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I say, man, it's offensive line.
Did
Hey,
anybody
bro.
pay attention to that? Caleb McGarry was playing some left tackle in that game too. I want to see if anybody kind of noticed that. Yeah, because I look back, I look like, wait a minute. I know Jay Matthews didn't just change his number. I wait a minute. I thought that's Caleb McGarry. I like, they got this boy playing left tackle, bro.
Bro,
Some of these
like
run
I said,
plays.
that man is an evil fucking genius, man.
Yeah.
That dude is an evil freaking genius.
You know why he did it? You know why he did it, right? Because they was moving Cam Jordan ass over to the left tackle spot.
They kept again. That man is an evil genius, bro. The man is an evil genius at the end of the day.
Yeah, because I didn't pay attention to it before, but then I was looking at some of these damn formation shifts they was doing and how they was getting out the hood. I looked like, wait a minute. Why the hell is Caleb McGarry playing left tackle? They overloaded the offensive line to where Kyle Pitts was the right tackle. And Caleb McGarry was kind of like playing like that tight end / left tackle. It was quite a few plays. I said, oh, hell. I like, boy, Cam Jordan running. I like, I like, the only way I could see them doing that if they realized that Cam Jordan was running from Caleb McGarry. He was running from him. I think a lot of people didn't pay attention to it, bro. And like I say, it's such a small nuance. Like when you're more focused on seeing what Mariota can do and seeing what CP can do, seeing what Drake London can do. Like I said, some people are not going to really pay attention to the offensive line like that, and which is understandable because the average person doesn't really give two jack shits about offensive line play. But it was like, oh, the Saint 16 here said best. It's like everywhere Cam went, McGarry was there. Cam couldn't catch a break.
Bro, like I said, that's their mentality. You can tell they bullying. You can tell when they bullying when they doing stuff like that. They was moving Cam to the left side. Guess what? You ain't escaping nothing. We're gonna go right back at you.
He's like, I got this beard. And look, he like, I got this beard. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, man, because what the Saints like to do with Cam Jordan, and most people don't talk about this, is they like to blitz they like to put Demario Davis on top of Cam Jordan to kind of give like that. Maybe he's going to blitz type of look or mush rush type. And that's what opens a lot for Caleb McGarry. That opens for Cam Jordan to dominate Caleb McGarry. But this is what happens when you run the damn ball. You neutralize pass rushes. That's how you neutralize pass rushes. You run the ball. You didn't give the Saints the opportunities that they were used to having against you to rush the passer. Because Cordero Patterson was running behind Lindstrom, McGarry, Dahlman. That's where he was running behind. He didn't go left often. He went right. And they had to swap. And this was like the first time I ever seen Cam Jordan line up against a left tackle for as long as I've been watching football. This is in these matchups against the Saints and the Falcons, this is the first time I ever seen Cam Jordan line up over the left tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm looking at the jokes, man. Everybody got the jokes for it too. Look. I'm gonna highlight some of these jokes. Michael Walker said Cam missed those 3 to 4 sacks against us. He damn sure did, boy, because that motherfucker was not talking. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't talking shit. He talked shit after they won, but other than that, throughout the game, it was like, damn, I miss Matt Ryan. This motherfucker run too much for us. Southside said, man, you ain't running from this. Oh, say 16 here saying, but Gary told Cam, you gonna catch these hands everywhere you go.
Get these hands.
That motherfucker does look like Braun Strowman now with that goddamn beard. I'm telling you. But yeah, if anybody get an opportunity, because I know my NFL Plus thing was kind of struggling on Sunday as well. So I was like, man, what the fuck? But if you get an opportunity and get the chance to look at some of those plays, you're gonna see exactly what we talking about, that unbalanced line. And it shocked the hell out of me because I wasn't expecting none of it. Yeah, Josh Gilliam here said Cam had most of his sacks off Matt Ryan. I know he hated Mariota scrambling. No, that whole defense didn't like that.
They all did. Oh, they all did. DeMario Day was trying to play all tough, and he gonna go buy a damn Falcon flag and then try. You ain't do shit. You ain't do nothing. What you up here trying to act all tough like you did? They ran 200 yards on you, and you trying to act all tough now? Huh? What we doing, people? Stop, fake tough guy.
Let's just say it like this. The Saints found out real quick that these were not the same Falcons. Of course, you got the same Falcons result, but the process is real different. And let me tell you something right now. Their fans are going to be worried about the next game. Be honest with you, they're going to be worried about the next 3 or 4 weeks. Because, remember, Falcons have the worst roster in the league. And the Saints struggled. They struggled bad. It only took the Falcons to take their foot off the gas in order for the Saints to do anything. Hey, look, the Saints can have all the film in the world, bro. At the end of the day, it's about me busting you in the mouth. And what you gonna do about it?
Came down to look. People get so caught up in wins and losses, you don't understand that there's been growth. There's a lot of growth.
Like, bro, if you notice what the Falcons did nothing exotic at all. They had a couple exotic plays and formations that they did, but they basically just ran pistol and said, fuck it, we gonna run it down your damn throat. And dare you to do something about it. So, if you hear Saints fans all of a sudden giving Falcons praise, that's because they already know. it's a fight. And the Falcons brought a fight to them.
Like at the end of the day, it's just the inexperience. I just keep it. That's what got the Falcons. All they did was they got desperate. Like the same thing we said about Tampa Bay last year with the Falcons. They went to their bread and butter and said, well, this shit ain't working. This ain't working. We're going to blitz every play and we just going to pass it to that one person. That's all they did.
They brought that zero engage. No, what's that? What's that blitz and Madden? Everybody, what's that?
It's an engage 8.
Engage 8 blitz. That's all they did. Engage 8 blitz. Okay. We gonna bring more than you can block. Hold on. Explain to me, why do teams take their foot off the gas anyway? The point is to win the game, right? Man, this is like this is one of those things. Is unsolved. Y'all ever watched Unsolved Mysteries? This is exactly what this is to me. I can't explain it either. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, them Saints fans are scared.
Look, motherfuckers got stamina. Okay, like that right. Motherfucker act like you don't get tired. Even when you playing good, you get tired. Right. Y'all want them to blitz every play like you don't get tired. You get tired. Players get tired. Simple as that. Why take the foot off the gas? Well, he know his player. He know when guys are getting tired. So like, how did it's simple. This is not a video game. Players get tired. That's why that's probably one of the reasons why he do it. It's a 17-game season. If you go in there and put the pedal to the metal every game, guess what? You're gonna wear them players out.
That is true.
I don't understand all this. Like, you look at all these damn tweets and stuff out here, and it's like, oh, why did he do this? Why did he do that? I don't know why he did it, but ask him.
Right. Because in reality, at the end of the day, the Falcons' mistakes killed them. And the Saints took advantage. That's pretty much what the whole game was. So, when it comes to this game against the Rams, you have to limit those mistakes. You have to take every opportunity. Even if it's a field goal. You don't want to be kicking too many field goals. If you got a first down, you don't have to. You ain't got to get too much after the first down. Take the play that's there. Hold on to the ball. Because the game plan was perfect on both sides of the ball. But there's one simple factor that goes into these, and really any sport that people negate to mention: momentum plays. Hold on. Terry Rush came with the $5 super chat. Said, y'all please don't laugh at me when I was refreshing to see the kickoff reaching the back of it. I guess Bradley Payne done won everybody over now. Like, shit, we got a good dude can punt like a motherfucker. I'm good. Hey, look. He was pinning them in the 20. I'm like, yeah, we good. Mm-hmm. Like I say, it's good to have that. That's what you want your punter to do. You want your punters to pin them to the closest to the 20 or the goal line as they can. And he did his job. So I give him thumbs up on that, and we good on that. We see kickoffs outside the back of the end zone. We good on that. Oh, my God. Why y'all got to bring that up? Michael Walker talking about critical tackles. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention everybody. There's a new stat now.
Oh, God.
There's a new stat now.
Don't do that.
Are y'all ready for the new stat? We actually found this stat on Twitter. It's a brand new stat. It ain't critical tackles no more. Are y'all ready for what it's called now? Let me see. I want people to guess what it is. Come on, man. I'm waiting on a couple guesses here. Let's see. We found a brand new stat, and people came out with analytics on this thing too. So
bro, every time, it seems like every you come up with a new fucking analytics. Like, the hell, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all be making up stuff.
Well, everybody, look. Significant shifts, major tackles, essential block, instant tackles, precise ball placement, dynamic dropbacks. No, the
dynamic dropbacks. What the
hell? I'm about to say, no, those ain't it. It's a new stat now called cowardly punts. I'm not kidding. Y'all can go on Twitter and put in the word cowardly punts.
Whoa. You said cowardly punts. Are we serious?
Cowardly punts. They said the Falcons was in the 93rd percentile in cowardly punts. I mean, where they do this at? I want everybody to type in cowardly punts. They might have deleted that thing off of Facebook now, but when I saw that thing, boy, I was dying laughing. I like, bro, ain't no way. I like, bro, y'all literally just, how the hell you come up with a stat like that? Because they said they based it off the fact that the Falcons didn't go for it on 4th and 1, so they called that punt cowardly. They said it was in the 94th percentile. They called it a cowardly punt because they didn't go for it on 4th down. Just to sum it up.
Just like stop. Like I'm saying this goofy shit. This is why look, if y'all want to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. I will not be on Twitter much at all. There's some fucking morons over there, bro.
Bruh.
Then they get mad at you because they said some dumb shit. Huh? How you gonna get mad at me because you making up categories and shit? Cowardly punt? Huh?
They said so to mean the Broncos had a cowardly field goal. Yeah. They had fumbleitis on the goal line. That should have been a stat for the night. Yet last night, you fumbled get 2 fumbles on the goal line. You lose the Geno Smith 17-16. What the hell? I like, oh Lord, I like, man. You know what? I've been thinking about that, man. We're gonna go ahead and wind the damn show down now, cause boy, that was another
cowardly. I just can't.
Look, hold on. Yeah, that deserves a sit your goofy ass down moment right there. Hold on.
That right there. What the hell are we talking about? Cowardly punt. Like, we really talking about cowardly punt.
Hold on, here you go, right here. Wait a minute. I know this. No wonder it's so fucking stupid. This is off of damn Reddit.
We got a bunch of motherfuckers that swear they smart. They make up goofy shit. You don't sit your big goofy ass down talking about cowardly punch. Like, who the hell? Like I said, these motherfuckers play Madden way too much.
Look, I'm gonna read it. Let me go ahead and read it. It says Atlanta decided to punt to New Orleans from the New Orleans 42 on 4th and 1 with 54 seconds remaining in the fourth while winning 26-24. With a surrender index of 11.15, this punt ranked at the 97th percentile of cowardly punts of the 2022 season and the 93rd percentile of all punts since 1999.
You got to show me. Like, I need to step my own too. I don't believe that shit. Like, ain't nobody that damn dumb. I gotta see that. Come on.
Hold on. Let me. Mike, I'm gonna let you go ahead and give your thoughts on that right quick. I'm going.
Thoughts on what? Hold on. What? My thoughts on what?
Hold on, I'm finna put it in there. Don't worry about it. So these people can actually see this. Somebody had the mitigated gall to actually bring this up and thought they were smart. Hold on, it's coming, y'all. It's coming. I think it was Devontae that sent it to us. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So y'all can see this for yourself. Here you go. There you go. Right there. Apparently there's a thing called the surrender index 90. I don't know what Jack Aston came up with this index.
Like, my neck hurt trying to read this shit. I'm like, huh?
Hey, they said they wanted to prove that. Oh Lord, look. People talking about I'm going to bed. This is a bullshit. See?
That sound like, you on the computer and all them damn numbers start going up and you don't try to figure out what the hell. It'd be like X 92.9 A B C D E F G. That's what the hell this look like. What the fuck? Like, who took that time out to put this bullshit together?
See, this is where Bridget would have came in necessary, and we would have showed up to this dude, and roasted the shit out of his ass.
Surrender index 90. Man, come on. That don't even sound real.
That shit sound like a tampon, boy. What the hell? Surrender 90 catches blood flow very well. Lord. See, this is why I don't be on social media like that, just for that very reason. YouTube is my social media.
I look, like I said, I can't do it. We got a bunch of motherfuckers with not even college degree. Y'all making up y'all damn degrees and then putting up shit like this.
Man, I'm glad I ain't show me. I'm glad I ain't got that video of them Falcon fans burning them Falcon flags after that first game. I'm glad I ain't got that video because we literally had some 5 seconds of fame going on out there, but we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. What was it? Juan said he done spilled his whiskey. Hey, it does sound like a tampon. Sound like the pins or
Man, look,
something. Look,
that
bro.
man
We're gonna
said
go ahead and end the
surrender
goddamn show.
90 index 90. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Ain't nobody ever heard of this. It sounds like some PFF made up stuff. You go and say it sound like spam email.
Again, that sounds like one of them damn matrix. I told y'all, you look on the computer, you see all them crazy ass numbers and letters on there. That's what the hell they sound like.
But they on some nut shit. That's all I gotta say on that. But let's go ahead and wind it down in the night, man. That's one thing I hate about some computers. When you be trying to click something, all of a sudden another menu comes up that you didn't click. And it's always about something you don't want to hear. So, you know what? Let me get this out the way. This ain't gonna take a couple minutes. So I know a lot of people done heard about the unfortunate passing of rapper PNB Rock. Hope I'm saying it right. Last time I heard of this guy rapping anything was the Double SL freshman 2017 class, but apparently he got caught up in some. He got it murked at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Literally 30 minutes after his girl posted them eating at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Now, I want to get this out the way right quick, man. And this is my advice to everybody that's watching. We definitely always appreciate y'all watching. Be careful how y'all move out here, because we are in a day and age where nobody really gives a damn about each other. So you have to be real attentive of your environment out here, these places you going, even if y'all going out to eat or going out to a bar or having fun on dates and stuff out here. You got to be real careful out here, because these folks is real shiesty out here. Folks is looking for any opportunity to come up, whether they gonna come up by offing your ass or robbing you. That's why we always say you don't see a lot of us out here like that. Like I said, I could be at a bar. I got my back on the wall. I ain't getting snuck behind nobody. But man, like I said, it's just unfortunate, man. Like I said, another rapper. I think this is like the 12th rapper that got killed this year, and we only in September.
The problem is really this, and it comes down to this. We got a bunch of young people that don't think something can happen to them.
Right.
Everything is a joke. Everything is a joke. Oh, nothing ain't gonna happen to me if I go at the store at 3:00 in the morning. Oh, nothing gonna happen to me if I wear this tight ass dress. And every nigga in the world is wise, and excuse my language for saying that, but like everybody think that like nothing can happen to you. It can happen to you. Take the proper precautions. Stop trying to pretend, like, stop thinking that something can't happen to you. It can happen to anybody. If JFK can get shot, you can too. It's okay to run away from a damn fight and not get jumped at a damn stadium because you want to wolf and talk bad. Take your damn jewelry off when you go into a rough neighborhood. Stop trying to be a G. Because there is a heaven for G's. Do you want to go there before it's your time?
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to prove stuff to people that don't really care about you. We're out here shining and throwing ice up like Gucci Man and Tiano. But these dudes, when they go in certain neighborhoods, they give it to the guy who got a safe and a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these guys, when they go back, look, I heard the words of Pop was saying one time. I don't fit in nowhere. If I go to the hood, the guys will try to rob me for my money. If I go to the rich people, they don't like me and they don't want me there. At the end of the day, you got to understand that anything can happen to you at any given moment. Stop trying to be tough, bro. It's not worth it. I got a dead homie. Died 19 years old, and we warned him, stop hanging around certain people. Something's gonna... He didn't listen. It's like I said, it's okay to run away from a fight. It's okay to sit down and say, bro, this ain't even worth it. I'm gonna just sit at home at night. It's okay. Stop trying to be tough and live for your homeboy. Live for your girl. Live for your mama, your brother, your sisters, your babies. It's okay to live another day and stop trying to be tough because you want to prove something. You want to make somebody laugh. Oh, man, damn, you knocked him out. Ha, 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 ha. Be safe, people.
It ain't worth it, man. Just tell y'all right now, it ain't worth it. See, you gotta see the way that you got to move out here nowadays. You got to move like how the rich white people do it. You know how they do it? They look bummy as hell. There's a running gag that always go around is people that want to look rich are always broke. But rich people, they got money, live like they're broke. But at the end of the day, man, out here, man, like, all that shit ain't necessary, man. You got that goddamn it on you. You got that street sweep on you. Keep it on you. Do not get caught out here lacking. And before you even talk about getting caught out here lacking, you gotta be precise with your moves out here because it's like I said, any day of the week, anything can happen. Might just said it. Social media is one of the worst things that ever happened to this society. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. Everybody just trying to show off for the gram, show off for social media.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is we got a lot of people with mental illnesses that use social media as a cry for help. And I'm not going to put all the blame on social media on that. But We just seen a 19-year-old go on a shooting spree on Facebook Live just because it was fun to him.
Yeah. Trying to show out in front of fans, and then when you get behind them balls, it ain't nothing.
Michael Jordan shit. Do y'all know Michael Jordan do not even wear his own damn shoes? Do y'all know that? Well, motherfuckers will kill and die for them shoes, the same shoes that recycle every 3 months. I seen Michael Jordan walk around with some Walmart cowboy boots on, jeans and a shirt.
You seen how Bill Gates dressed? He dressed in khakis and an ugly ass plaid shirt. That's how he dressed every day.
You can buy Bill Gates wardrobe at Walmart for under $100. One of the richest man in the world, because he's in the cut. You know him, but he's in the cut. If you see him out on the street, you wouldn't believe that's him because he look poor. That's our problem as black folk. We always trying to impress everybody, but we'll kill each other just to impress people that don't like us. But we're gonna leave that conversation for another show, man. We're gonna go ahead and bless y'all with a little bit of the Quiet Styles hour here. Kind of get back into the mood and stuff. So we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the 6-Man Combo, as we always do this on Thursday. Man, that's why I say you make sure you go ahead and leave your questions, your comments, your suggestions. Make sure you subscribe to 6-Man K-Styles. We are on the road to 2,000. We got a little bit ways to go, but definitely appreciate everybody as always. So once again, if you got comments, if you got suggestions on how we need to make this a little bit better for you, put it in the comment section. Because at the end of the day, and I haven't said this in a while, but us doing these shows is therapy for us. It may be possibly therapy for y'all as well. And this is why we like doing what we do. Because at the end of the day, my motto is, if I can make one person laugh, if I can make one person smile, I did my job for the day. Rather it could be the smallest little smile, or the smallest little maybe somebody needed that.
Absolutely.
And you definitely, and like I said, and that is my contribution. That is my major contribution to what we do here. So this is why we say 6-Man K-Styles, Mad Mike Sports, Utah Sports. We got the heavy hitters coming tomorrow, as we will be talking about the Falcons versus the Rams. But this is why we do it like this. This is why the heavy hitters, this is why AFN, this is why the Unholy Alliance do this. It's not because we think we better than anybody else. That's not what we do. We do this because we love talking sports. We love bouncing ideas off each other. We love hearing the people give us suggestions. We love the people educating us as well, because at the end of the day, the smartest person in the room is always learning something new. So, until next time, people, heavy hitters tomorrow. We ain't here to play.
No.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
Ooh, no. Coach, you gotta get the hell out of that number one spot. Like Alabama. No, never mind. Not that. Deuces.
I don't give a fuck. As long as Notre
I
Dame
think they
went to
got
the
me in
top.
trouble. I think they got me in trouble. They ain't like that.
Oh man, fuck them. Anyway, like I said, as long as I got to see Notre Dame get their ass lose, I'm good. Deuces.